Thank you guys so much for joining us today for our media availability. We're going to start today at 3:15 with Coach Cooley, opening up to two student athletes at 3:30 with Kayvaun Mulready and Caleb Williams. Coach Cooley is going to start with a statement. After that is completed, if you guys want to raise your hands, we'll call you out. When you introduce yourself, please provide your name and media outlet, and we'll get started right now.
I want to say thanks a lot for you guys for jumping on this with us. Coming down to the end of the summer, we have two more workouts, and then our men will be going home for 3 weeks. So it's been good to have them here. Obviously, a lot of new pieces. We haven't been healthy all summer, so the guys are getting healthy. So when we do get back in September, it'll go pretty quick. But, we're definitely going to need those guys who haven't been able to participate 5-on-5 coming off of injury from last season. It's been a good summer. It's been a productive summer. Still waiting on a few pieces, hopefully to add, given what the NCAA is doing. But overall, I'm grateful to you guys. Some very familiar faces, which is a good thing. Really good to see you. And just excited about this opportunity that this year is going to bring to us. The thing we got to knock on wood, I say we, meaning Georgetown men's basketball, is we got to find a way to stay healthy for a complete season. If we do that, I like our chances and I like where we are currently. But overall, very excited about the year. I like our newcomers. I'd like to see us play more, but we haven't been able to, we haven't had enough healthy bodies. Other than that, we can open it up to some questions. And it's again, good to see everybody. I hope everybody's healthy. I hope everybody's family's healthy. And I hope you're taking some time for yourself.
All right, we can start with Jeremy Huber.
Hey, Ed, good to see you.
Jeremy, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. My question's this. You guys took the national runners up to basically a bucket to the end of the game, but you also struggled against mid-majors. You struggled again in some winnable games. We know how frustrated you were in some of the Big East games. Was there a concerted effort, not just adding talent this year, but maybe guys who are more self-motivated, that thing where they're constantly giving you that constant effort you need to be a consistently good team and have consistently good performances?
The one thing we targeted this year was know-how and shooting. I feel our time here at Georgetown, we have failed to, really identify, and again, the way the game is being played right now is shot making. We had athletes, we had size, we had girth. I do agree with you. I thought at times we didn't play to the level of our ability. And I don't know, when you talk to coaches around the country, given what the model is right now, has paying student athletes taken away their hunger and their drive to be great. I think kids want to be good, but how many young men want to be great? So we did struggle in those games. There was a lot of frustration. When you look at our history as a coaching staff, we thrived in close games. And we just have not been able to complete that task here for whatever reason. For whatever reason, last year we had 10 games where we lost, were 6 points or less. And those in the past have, you're going to win 6 or 8 of those games. And we just weren't able to complete them. So we definitely targeted know-how. We targeted shooting, ball handling, and understanding. So that was a conscious effort from the staff this year.
Go over to John Titel from Hoops HD.
Thanks, Joey. Coach, you mentioned shooting. You were better than your opponents last year in almost every category except three-point shooting. So I was curious, is it about getting the current guys who are the best shooters more shots, or are some of your new pieces expected to be your best three-point shooters?
Well, with Caleb and Kayvaun coming back, they've had a really good summer shooting the ball. Unfortunately, both of them had off-season surgery. And Kayvaun has just been back to practice workouts the last 2 days. We probably won't have Caleb healthy for another month or so. Yet in the portal, we targeted shooting. We definitely targeted long distance shooting in particular. We added athleticism and size with our other wings. So that's something that we were 100% concentrating on, 100% concentrating on. So hopefully that pays off with with the decision that I've made to target those particular players with our staff. Um, that clearly was a sore spot for us. In some of those close games we lost, our shooting from beyond the arc wasn't very good. So hopefully that's a change this year.
Send over to Gideon.
Thanks. Hey, Coach. Good to
Hi,
see you. Hope
Gideon.
you
How
have
are you?
doing well. Hope you have a good summer. Um, so at the end of the season, kind of looking ahead, it looked like you had the possibility of returning a pretty dominant looking front court with Julius and Vince with a potential waiver. Obviously, things happen. This is the new the new NCAA. I'm wondering how you're feeling about your front court and bigs going into the season right now, and do you have to change anything in your approach with the group this year?
Good question. Yes, definitely did not anticipate losing our front court at all. Obviously, working with the waiver with Vince, that was something that was already in the mix. So we'll see how that goes. The departure of Julius really caught us off guard because we did have an agreement with him to retain him. And, when agents and representatives get in the way of some things, obviously finances played a major part of that, given what the agents say market value is for someone who has size. We targeted a couple of guys, Chol being one who's an elite shot blocker, yet has to prove he can do it at this level. He's not one of the girth guys, but he's really skilled offensively. We're waiting on another eligibility one from another young man that we recruited who's a foreign big. So we're waiting on that eligibility issue. And hopefully we can get both of them to come to Georgetown, one being through waiver, one being through being certified by the NCAA. But it's clearly something that we're going to need. We feel Seal Juf has made a big jump. We have a really young kid who's developing in Justin Caldwell. But obviously, you're going to need some experience up there to compete in the league that we're in.
Go to Ron Bailey with Hoya Report.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Ron, how are you? I miss you, man. I haven't seen you. Hope you're
Yeah, I
well.
miss you too. Outside of the eligibility guy, is everybody else in the fold right now?
Yeah, I mean, again, we had some international kids that just got here, seeing doctors. Right now everybody's here. Not everybody's cleared to practice or participate because of injury and because of being international. They're here watching, learning, growing. And again, it's only one more workout after today. And then we can't, because I want to make sure I'm compliant and follow NCAA rules, let me put that out there. We can only go 8 of the 10 weeks in the summer where we're able to perform athletic related activities with our young men. How about that for a statement? But yeah, everybody's here. Everybody's here.
How about is the roster set though? I mean, would you be willing to add somebody if they become
100%.
available?
Roster's never set. No.
Okay.
I mean, we're actively still looking for players who could help Georgetown.
Okay. And I know you've been struggling putting together some workouts. How they been going though? Have the guys been kind of?
I think the guys have built an incredible camaraderie, good chemistry off the court, on the court. Again, this is the third team we're coaching in 3 years. So instilling culture and philosophy has been something that we really concentrated on this year. And we've done that a little earlier, knowing that was one of the things that we feel we could have did a better job of last year, spending more time individually and collectively with the group. So that's something that we've done that has been intentional, given how we're now into our 4th year of this new model of college basketball.
Okay. Thank you. And see you in a bit.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Thank you, and see you in a bit. I'll see you in a little
Okay,
bit.
look forward to it.
Let's go over to Bobby Bancroft.
Yeah,
Hey, Bobby, man, I need some energy from you, man. Come on, bro.
dude,
You looking like you. Come on, man. I need your energy. I need your energy. Come on.
I'm just glad you can't hear what's happening behind my closed doors. My kids just got back from camp, and I'm very nervous that they're going to ruin this entire call.
You know what, man? It's all good. We're one family in here, man. If they come in here, trust me, I get it. I get it. You're good. You're good.
There's a lot of energy outside this wall. Hey, you mentioned the economics with Julius. The Athletic recently put out a report showing where the Big East was compared to the football conferences, and it seemed like the Big East was pretty competitive based on what they think to be true. How do you feel Georgetown is within that mix? They had the Big East, I think, just a tick behind either the SEC or the Big Ten, and really, really competitive. I think people were surprised. Do you feel Georgetown is in that mix?
I feel we're doing a better job. I think we can do it a bit better, yet, given we have new leadership here at Georgetown, I know Lee Reed and our advancement team's doing a great job. Our donors have been very, very supportive. I still think we can go. I think we can do a little bit more. And again, I'm just a coach here. I'm going to do what I'm told to do. I'm going to continue to encourage us to make sure we stay competitive in that field of the NIL space. But again, when I look at Georgetown men's basketball and I look at the rest of the Big East, there's a different rule of which we play by, right? Again, we don't have online classes. It's a different academic rigor here, a different academic, and not, there's no excuse of anything. It's just a fact. Like, you got to go to class. It's in person. Some of the student athletes don't want that academic rigor. They just don't want it. So, you got to do a great job when you are looking to fill your roster. A, who's available. B, who can you get? Then who understands the culture here? I didn't want to get away from your question, but that plays into part of the question of what you asked.
And then kind of staying in lines with conference talk. It's been a couple years now where the league, obviously you're just in charge of Georgetown. You can only be in charge of Georgetown. But as a longtime Big East coach, the league, it's only getting three teams in recently. If we assume those numbers are correct that the Athletic had, do you feel good about the league going forward and getting back to the days where we're getting 5, 6, 7 teams into the NCAA tournament?
Good question. I do. I feel actually great about our league. I think our league has done well in the portal, given that they've now added teams, which I think we're 5 years behind in the expansion of this field of 68. I think we're 5 years behind. When you look at the expansion of, like, if you went 20 years ago, how many Division I teams were there? We've added probably another 20 to 25 schools. So at some point in time, you had to expand. What I mean? Again, everybody's like, don't do it, don't do this. I think you got to look at in the best interest of student athletes. That's what we're supposed to be doing that. Look at my quotes. We're supposed to be doing what's in the best interest of the student athlete. And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. We coaches do the best we can. We coaches do the best we can with it. Yet, I don't know if that's true across the board with respect to television. When you look at the Big Ten, SEC, television rights, they're getting $70, $80 million per school. Now, I don't know what other schools, bottom line is for their budgets for all their sports, but it's a lot different. I think the Big East is going to have an unbelievable year this year, and we'll have multiple teams in the tournament.
Thank you.
We have time
Great
for
to see you,
three
Bob.
more.
Great to see you, man. Good luck with the kids.
Thank you. I need it.
We have time for 3 more questions. Let's go to Sam Fishman from the Hoya.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Georgetown got a new president this month. Have you spoken to him since he arrived on campus about Georgetown basketball or anything?
Yes, Lee Reed and I have had contact with our administrators. I will continue to have more talks. I'm excited about Eduardo. I think he's going to do a great job. Things will be done probably a little bit different than we're accustomed to. He's probably getting his feet on the ground firm right now, given that his start date was July 1 of this year. I'm excited about his vision and what we feel he can do, not just to help our basketball program, but the entire university as a whole.
And then Jalen Lowe, how's his shoulder? Is he fully healthy?
He has not participated 5-on-5 this summer, but we anticipate him to be 100% when we get back for our workouts come September.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you.
We're gonna head over to Rasheen Carbon from Bleeding Blue and Gray.
Hey Ed, how you doing?
Rasheen, I love that name. How you doing? Great to see you.
Great to see you. I asked my Twitter followers, which group are you most excited about on this team? And overwhelmingly, people said the guards. So love to hear how you put that group together and what your expectations are for them.
Well, tell your Twitter followers, I like the guy to my left a little bit. You know what I mean? I do. I know I got my light bright crew here in front of me right now. The light skinned guys were making a comeback, just so you guys know, right? Just so you know, we're making a huge comeback. Us and Al Be Sure for you young kids, right? Al Be Sure. Do you really want to? Do you really want to? I thought our staff did a great job. Like I said, we really targeted know-how and shooting, right? These two are the veterans that have coming back that I think shot the ball well. I think they'll shoot the ball a little bit better. I think we'll have better ball movement, body movement. I think our style of play will be a little bit different with respect to not having a girth guy as we speak today. So right now we're preparing a couple of different ways with a big person in the middle with respect to size, as far as the width of themselves and without it. So I think you got to prepare two ways until we don't have or we do have what we want. But I think our staff did a great job identifying where seeing like shooting, know-how, feel, but yeah, shooting and scoring for sure.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And then last question for Coach before we move on to student athletes. Let's go to Owen Rosen from Bleeding Blue and Gray.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Owen, I need some energy from you, man. Come on. Come on,
Right,
come on, man. Come on. I need some, hey, Bobby, give us some energy, Bobby. Tell them what we're doing.
I got you. So I just wanted to ask you, what do you want Georgetown fans to notice first when they watch the team this season?
That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question. First of all, I think everybody's going to have their own opinion of what they see first, right? I want them to see a disciplined team, a connected team, a team that plays with a resilient attitude of wanting to win, a team that is prepared, a team that plays with joy, love, and emotion, and obviously a team that's going to win, right? But again, everybody has their opinion. Like they may want to see something and they may not get what they want to see based on how they feel or whatever their bias or excitement is, right? That's a loaded question that you asked there.
Yeah, thank you. And then my next question, if you have time to answer, is which player has impressed you the most since summer workouts have began and why?
Did you like think of this and like today? I'm gonna ask Coach these loaded questions, right? I think a lot of our men have done a great job. They've impressed me. Again, not being able to play 5-on-5 has been very challenging to get an overall evaluation of feel and know-how. I think Kayvaun's made a big jump, right? And both he and Caleb should. They're juniors. They've been in the system longer than anybody in the gym, as well as Seal. So they have to have a good year, and they should have a good year. But they got to be willing to get uncomfortable to help us win, right? They'll be very unselfish with that. But I've been impressed with a lot of our guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time. We're going
Guys, I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you, at some practices and, our early games and scrimmages. Appreciate everything you guys do for our organization, whether it's good or bad. I appreciate what you guys do. Thanks a lot. Be
Thanks,
well.
Coach.
Let me welcome in light bright number one and light bright number one and light bright number two.
All right, same deal as before. Question for student athletes. We got Kayvaun Mulready and Caleb Williams. Raise your hand and we'll call on you to answer some questions. Let's start with Jeremy Huber again.
Hold on. 1 second, 1 second.
Oh, we're
Can't turn y'all up. There we go. All right.
You guys good?
Yeah.
I asked this to coach. I'm going to ask it to you guys too, because Caleb, I feel like you've always been an energy guy here at Georgetown. Kayvon, you're a guy a lot of people credited with the energy kind of helping fuel the run in New York and some of the stuff in the second half. This last year's team seemed to play up and down to the competition. Do you feel there's more guys on this team from the early returns that are going to be, hey, no matter if we're playing in a parking lot, it's going to be high energy all the time?
Yes, for sure. I think collaboration is with a bunch of guys that are coming in hurt. Like for example, J Lo. These are guys who don't have any more wasted years, and we need to win. And then we have other guys who, I feel like, or they also feel like that they've been in the shadows with their previous teams, and they need to go out there and prove that they are able to help contribute to a winning team. So I think there's a bunch of different factors that um, kind of motivate each other and motivate the whole entire organization really to really be like, no matter who's in front of us, we need to win and dominate from the jump.
Yeah, adding on to Kayvon, I think the difference in this year, we got a lot of active voices on this team. Like a lot of guys are pitching in to provide the leadership and the know-how that they have learned at previous schools and just throughout their basketball career. So I feel like that leadership from the players, from a lot of guys, not just your best player and your point guard, is definitely going to come into play when we get into the season. We have different variations of talent that we're playing against.
Thanks, guys.
Let's go over to John Titel with Hoops HD.
Good afternoon, guys. I was just curious for either or both of you how you feel about the expansion of the NCAA tournament this year with 8 more teams getting in.
Yeah, us both, since we've been here, getting to the tournament has been on our agenda since we got here. Unfortunately, we haven't been there yet. So the tournament, regardless of if it got expanded or not, that was our goal this year. So just excited to give us even more of a shot to get there. But regardless, we're trying to get there, and we're going to get there this year. So it hasn't really played too much into how we thought about it for real.
Let's go over to Ron Bailey.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
How you guys doing?
We doing well.
Okay. What have you guys, decided to improve upon individually this summer?
Well, for me, probably my decision making, with the ball in my hands. A big role of mine last year was the catch and shoot guy, energy, defense. But I did want to make a big jump in my ball handling and being able to control the ball and the pace of the game. And then also being a leader and like being vocal was never hard for me, like in my life. But I think I got to take an even bigger jump now as we're vets now. So that's just something that I'm being more intentional with.
Nice.
Yeah, and adding on to that, I'll say for me, the leadership piece as well. At my high school, I had to be a leader, but since I've been here, I haven't really used that skill that I have. So just being more vocal this year, and then transitioning from playing the 4, having to be a little bit heavier, to now playing the 3 this year. So just getting my body right, losing that weight, so I could be more agile and be able to shift between both positions.
Where do you think you've improved the most individually?
I honestly say with my body, I've been really dialed in with getting my body right, my conditioning, and I think that'll all just help fuel and make the skills that I have now a lot better. Also being limited with what I could do with the surgery, so I really have only had the off season to focus on that aspect.
For me personally, I think I kind of backboards from the end of last season, just realizing doing whatever the team needs to win. And And that goes in a bigger picture now. Again, being a leader, new guys don't really know what they're walking into with this conference and how we play in the system. So kind of sacrificing whatever I think I'm able to do to the fullest to help my other guys reach their best potential as well. And then probably my decision making and off the dribble. So instead of just catch and shoot, I got to showcase what I'm able to do with the ball on the floor. So just a couple of things I'm being more intentional with.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
Let's go over to Rasheen.
Are you guys looking forward to facing Malik twice a year?
You said facing who?
Malik Mack, your
Oh
former
yeah,
team.
definitely. Definitely. Since we've been here, that game has always been sort of circled on the calendar. Now one of our brothers is over there with the ops now, so we definitely circling that game on our calendar and ready to show him what he left. Whatever he said.
Let's go over to Gideon.
Thanks. Hey, guys. Good to see you. Caleb, you mentioned moving from the 4 to the 3. Do you feel like that's going to suit your game a little bit better? And what have you been working on to really jump into that role at the start of the year?
Nah, yeah, for sure. I would say it kind of fits my play style a little more, having to be more so on the exterior than trying to battle with the bigger dudes on the inside was definitely an adjustment. But I say, like I said earlier, my body and losing some weight, but then also just being able to be more of a decision maker, being able to take guys off the bounce. You know, I kind of fell into a role last year to where I was pretty much a catch and shoot guy, would drive a couple of times here and there and rebound. Um, but just being able to make decisions off the bounce is something that I've really focused on and worked on a lot through on the court workouts and then just watching a lot of film.
Appreciate it. And Kayvaun, you're sort of the senior guy in the guard room now. Obviously, there's some guys who are a little bit older, but you've got the institutional knowledge. What do you want the guard room to be known for this year, and how are you guys coming together as a group?
Um, Definitely controlling the pace and not letting the defense dictate what we do on the offensive side. And, you know, everybody that has watched our games know that we did not finish games well. That we were in every single game that we played. But towards the end, we made it intentional that we should know now from the summer, June 1st, that no matter what, we are the decision makers. We're gonna dictate how we win this game and just stay poised. But we have a lot of, like you said, I'm the vet in this institution, but like guys like Marco, Jalen, um, these guys are vets. They've been playing basketball for a long time, so we all know that. And in the guard room now, I feel like some people might overthink that there's like a bunch of guards, but we all get along well. We all know our role, what we're here for, and we're all just here to help each other win. So we're great.
We're gonna see more three goals this year, or you guys got something else going?
They can talk for themselves. That's
Yeah,
I'm staying with that.
we definitely going to keep the same that's becoming a thing and we love seeing the fans doing that after we hit threes. So we're definitely going to continue with that.
Nice. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's jump over to Owen Rosen with Bleeding Blue and Gray.
How are you guys doing? Just the same question for both of you. What role do you guys see yourself playing on this year's team?
I say definitely being a guy who has been here. This will be my third year, so like we both kind of talked about, just being more of a leader. Not really last year and the year before that, I felt like I kind of took a step back to guys who I felt were more experienced. But now that I feel like I've caught sort of the hang of things, the way Cooley wants to play, I kind of can be like an outlet for him on the court. And then also, you know, just providing what I can offensively, being a guy who shares the ball, makes shots, put pressure on the rim and rebounding. I think a lot of that will I've shown, but it definitely will grow, and the development part on all three of those things will definitely show this year.
Yeah, and to piggyback off C, again, like we've been talking about the leadership and the experience that we had, but I also want to show myself in the most unselfish way, like that I'm able to, if we need someone to go get a bucket or need a stop, especially on defense, I'll be that guy. And I'll put all the chips on my shoulder for that. Just because we all want to win. And yeah, that's really.
Any other questions for
Thank you,
Caleb
guys.
or Kayvon? Awesome. Thank you guys, and thank you everyone for joining today. Just as a reminder, if you did not request a recording of this media availability, you can do so now. Either email myself or Diana. We'll be happy to send it over. But once again, thank you guys for joining, and have a great weekend.
Appreciate y'all.